Recording in progress. remix. We back at it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let guy, let go, let guy, let go, let guy, let go, let guy. Come on, God made rivers, God made lakes. God made me, so you gotta pay my rate. God got holy Bible pockets on me, thank God we straight. Even though I might pull up late, I ain't never too late. I'm saying my grace like God is great. Decorate this ice like birthday cake, just tap to the food, I'll make my plate. I don't mean to be rude, you fake your face. Pull up in the church in a rave. You know I'm going on like Marvin Gaye. I keep on K, just pardon me. You new to the game like Shawshank. I gotta let go like love, forgive me. You know we in the house. We gotta go up like chimney. It's not just on me, it's in me. Devil, you can pull up in the hood if you want to. South Park, who killed Kenny? Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You don't want to smoke with any. With any. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God, let go, let God.
I need bass, attention on me, call me babe.
Alrighty.
It's to my soul, you buy me babe.
Welcome in, welcome in.
Lowly, humble,
Happy Wednesday.
demon stepping, blew them thing back like Christmas past. Let go, let grace, let go, live life. Can't help myself. You took them stripes, you took my strength. How I can't forget them folks, but try to leave my way. I mean it. Memphis Rocky, hear your father.
Let's
Turn
do it.
your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off. I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my presents.
Welcome
taking
in,
my hands off.
welcome
I
in.
wake in the morning, then get out the box like
Okay,
Kellogg's. So much from day to day, feel like
Get out the
I
box
gotta take care of.
like
Hey,
Kellogg's.
I let go, let God. Let me go catch my red eye.
Alright, welcome in. Let's do this. W's in the chat. Last verse, verse 3. It's popping, everyone. Welcome in.
I am KB, that there 1K, tell them twin identical. Pride on minimal life behind these bars, my album criminal.
Alright.
I can't do subliminal.
I think we're good.
It's not this critical.
How y'all doing?
Christ gon' trump your candidate body in this political. Let's go, let's go,
Let's go. Alright, let's get my chat. Z Gamer in the building. There he is. It's popping. Golden Dubs in the house. What up, Trey Young? Yeah. What up, Sim Z? Welcome in, welcome in. Alright. Gang. What is good, everyone? Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to another New York session. Let's get the party started. Yeah? Let's do it. Alright, Shub's in the building. Positive Mind. Arrow Sassy is here. What is good? How you guys doing? Welcome into the party. Oh, we got the party don't want to stop here today. It don't want to stop. OCOE. Alright, welcome in Clubhouse. What it do? What up, Vince? What up, Tommy? What up, Leonardo? Shane in the building. Garrett in the house. What's poppin'?
Hey, I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace.
I need love. Okay, cool. Let's do this. We got Big Trump. Where my dogs at? Where my dogs at? Alright, let's do this. Trump in the house today. We got some word from the El Presidente. So, welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Classic Trader in the house. What up, Tamra? Good to see you. Wilson in the building. What up, Juan? What up, Teddy? Front Page Body in the building. Danny Cash in the house. What's good? What up, 3 Ants? Ken Hard in the building. How are you, Ken Hard? How are you? DJ Scratchers in the house. What's poppin'? Ben Smith in the building. There he is. What up, Serge? Serge goes crazy on the W's. My man Dylan in the building. There he is. What up, Elk? One of the newest elite members. Yeah, Energy in the house. Here she comes. And she's running around the mountain. Here she comes. She'll be running around the mountain. Hey, yo. All right, let's go. Let's get this party started here. I think we're good to go. What up, Mason? What up, David? Oh, man. Clubhouse spinning. London W's, eh? Jay Coop in the building. What up, David? Ben Bennett in the building. What's good? What up, Cole? What up, Philip? What up, Phil? Oh, it got me over here. The new Zoom update got me calling my man Philip. Eric P in the building. What's good? What's good? All right. Awesome. Well, we got motion here today. Let's go ahead and get started. The real NV is in the building. Yeah, let's go ahead and start this party here. I'm going to pray for us real quick, and then we'll begin, all right? Let's do it. God, we thank you for this opportunity. We thank you that we can come live here. We can impact people from all across the world, Lord. We thank you that you have called each and every person to this divine moment in this divine time. We thank you for all the growth that's taken place, everything that has happened, everything that will continue to happen. Lord, we know that what you begin, no man can stop. So we thank you for the work that you're doing. We thank you for the ground that you're covering. And we thank you for the awakening in hearts and souls all across the world. We thank you for blessing us financially and spiritually, and we just give you all the glory for continuing to keep this stream pure and fresh and new on a day-to-day basis. We thank you for all the gems that you release to us here. We thank you for all the downloads and give you the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Let's do this. Let's do it. We're covering ground here at TTE. I'll tell you that. 50K subs yesterday, so give yourselves a round of applause, because it wasn't just me who built this community. I mean, yes, I'm at the head. Yes, I'm on the microphone, but damn, this has been a complete team effort. This has been just a community victory. You know, not a victory for me, but the community here. So big W's for 50K, and we'll continue to shine our light and be a city on a hill and impact one trader at a time there. So if you guys can, give the stream a like for me today, sub to the channel if you're not already, and let's talk about the day in front of us here. So it's all we got. So put your phones down, get off Twitter, get off social media. I promise you nothing is more important than what we're going to do here, right now, and talk about and discuss today. So let's lock in here. Let's go over the day. Today is Wednesday. It is the 21st of January. Wasn't it just felt like yesterday when you set those goals? How many of you guys are already a little off track? You don't have to raise your hand, you don't have to let us know in the chat, but I want you to see how easily it can be to slip off. So you got to stay conscious of the mission. You got to stay locked in and well aware of the distractions, right? The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, right? Don't let that energy get to you. Stay locked in on your dreams and goals. I want you to stay steady. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna keep showing up and reminding you that we are a team and that we're gonna do this together. But you have got to stay on track. Okay. Cool. Let's go over today. Today is the 21st again. We have some 8:30 news coming in here at there's a little Trump speech going on. So pretty interesting. It looks like they turned his flight around mid-flight. They don't usually do that. They don't do that for no little electrical problems or weather problems. And I think they put him back in the base, or I don't know what happened. But he'll be speaking today. We'll see if he talks about that. I'm sure they will. But I can almost guarantee you there's a lot of things going on that has not hit the public yet. And when it does, these markets will continue to shake up. So we'll be here for it. Luckily, we know price action, and we got a good skill set under our belt here. So again, USD news all throughout the day here and during our session, 8:30, 10 a.m., all that good stuff. So we'll be here for it. We'll be ready, looking for A+ setups. Let's run a breakdown. We got 3 minutes for some 8:30 news, and then we'll see where we're at. So let's run this breakdown. Again, if you guys haven't liked the stream yet or subbed to the channel, now would be your time to do that. Now would be the time, right? Classic been here since 5K. All right, let's do this. Let's talk about gold here. Then we'll get into the NASDAQ in just a moment as well. But let's talk about gold here, because we are rallying right now. If we look at gold, we've been moving up now, really ever since, obviously ever since down there, right? But really started the bigger move. This was the last threat that we had on the bearish end, right? Where price really tried to make an attempt to move back down. We were unable to do that. We had that little celery play kind of play out on the daily, and then just up we went from there. So just continuing to move on up. No top wick on this candle. You guys know when gold's rallying, gold doesn't care about top wicks, bottom wicks, none of that stuff, right? So you got no top wick here, and at the same time you've got no bottom wick. So no top wick on this guy, no bottom wick on that guy. Anything can happen here today. We got Trump on the mic here as well pretty soon. So we'll see what's going to happen. Do we continue moving bullish? Gang, this is insane. If we go up And to the right, we are legit looking at 5K. Like, we're looking at who was with us when we started trading gold at like $1,200, right? An ounce. And now we're sitting literally staring right at 5K. So this is absolutely insane. Just a major push up here on gold. Look at the weekly. Check out the weekly. I mean, my goodness, right? Just an absolute tear this thing's been on. But anyway, we're up in the all-time highs. Let's drop down to the 4 hour real quick. It looks like we're trying to, my goodness, the 4 hour is more impressive than the weekly. Like, look at that. I mean, holy. So 4 hour obviously moved up. Like, we were coming from down here. We ranged a bunch. We pushed up. We gapped up the other day, remember, and broke all-time highs again. We began to range a little bit here, and then from that move right there, we have not stopped. So we have shown some signs of stress, like some, a little bit of weaker candles here, but only to, just come straight out the gate with this big dog. And now I want you guys to notice something happening over here that wasn't happening over here. All right, can anyone spot it? This is a good little question here. Can anyone spot the difference on this to this, and why we could potentially see price move down here versus why it didn't move down here? Anyone? I'm lagging a little bit. Oh man. YouTube, we good? Bit laggy. Uh-oh. Boom. Long top wick. Right? So what's going to happen now is you're going to see these candles make an attempt to fill that wick, right? And if those candles cannot fill that wick, then most likely this is where you're going to catch somewhat of like a 4 hour fade or something like that coming out. So you had price move all the way up. Right, we've failed to fill the wick now. Oh, by the way, we came down, closed as a smaller, like weaker candle. Right, next candle came up, strong candle, but could not break the high, and now here we go with this candle. So we really want to pay attention to see what's going to happen around these highs, and then maybe we can get some rejection for price to finally pull back a little bit on the 4 hour chart for us to take advantage of some other type of move than just this rally up, right? So we'll see how true that holds in a little bit. But let's drop down to the 1 hour here. 1 hour is just losing steam, right? Doesn't really know which way it wants to move. You have resistance right here at what is that, 73? So you got resistance at 73. You've got support at 49, and that's pretty much our range there, right? So 30-minute getting pretty chopped up as well. It's lagging. I think the matrix is trying to hit us. Yeah, I think the matrix is hitting. What did we say? Did we say something? Did we say something? Yeah? I don't know. Anyways, 30-minute time frame is wicking out from the downside, so God knows what that means. I mean, this might just absolutely rocket ship out of here. But we'll see. 30-minute got some sort of range here. 15-minute is really choppy. So let's wait on this 8:30. Is it 8:30 yet? Yeah, 8:30 now. So you kind of got this closure outside on the 15, but very choppy on the 30. So I will most likely be waiting for the 9 a.m. candle here. I want to see how these 1 hour candles close, because very high chance that we end up just either dojiing out or just rocket shipping. So let's sit tight here for this 30-minute closure, and once 9 a.m. comes around, we can probably catch some direction, right, and a better move coming up or down. So you got this 30-minute closure, not the greatest. 15 is kind of wicking out of there. So you do have the celery play. Let me just take a look at this. Let's look at it here. 56 pips. Yeah, not too bad, actually. Not too bad. I might be interested in this. I might be interested here. We got a 52 pip stop. We got a lot of rejections from the downside. We've got about a 48 pip advantage point here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have a buy stop here. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Probably have a one lot here on the buys and see if we can move up to fill the range. And yeah, keep stops back below the range. We got some volume coming in with New York Open and the speech and all that stuff. So we'll see if maybe we can get ourselves a push up to fill that wick. And then, yeah, see if price wants to keep going. But that's that'll be ready for me here. So we'll see what we get. YouTube, are we lagging? I feel like my internet is lagging too. YouTube, we lagging? Crazy lag. I feel like my internet is bugging here too. Yeah, I got a little like slow internet connection. Let me check OBS here. Yeah, we should be good. Should be good. Mr. Smith on the hunt. Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. Let me know, Zoom. Let me know if we're still buffering or what's good. It's better? It's getting better? Oh, try and refresh. There you go. Try and refresh. Yeah, maybe a little refresh will do it. Ooh, the mod god feels like modding someone today. I think we do need some new mods here too, by the way. Yeah, we're gonna need some new mods. We're gonna need some new mods. It's funny because the person he was thinking of is the same person that I was thinking of. So I love how we're on the same page here. Yeah. Top Step? I didn't even open my Top Step account yet, actually. Dun, 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 dun. All right, let's see if we can make our way up towards that resistance there. And if we can, that'll probably be where I'm going to take some profit. Let's see. Let's see. Trump speaking? Yeah, Trump should be speaking here any moment. Yup. Green. Who am I thinking? Who are you thinking? Who are you guys thinking? Usually the chat knows exactly who it's going to be. Almost every time. Almost every time. Green 2.0. Green 2.0 might be coming. That's true. That's true. How was the breakout? The breakout was pretty good. I think the celery is a little bit of a better idea, just because you've been ranging so much, especially on the 1 hour too. So, trying to maybe just get a volume pump here and see if we can do that. I think if we start pushing up a little bit more, we could probably go break even and then take some partials at like 77, and then yeah, let it run. All right, break even for me. Let's see if we can pump. Can we pump? Oh, can we go? Just missed partials there, but that's okay. I'd rather get break even sooner than later in this trade. That way we have you know, we're secured for Trump. So that way if he wants to say something crazy and it wants to go somewhere stupid, then at least we're not paying the price with it. Yeah. What up, Vishal? What up, C Melly? Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, can we move? I'm going to move my TP up a little bit. I'm going to start moving my stops into profit a little bit. Let's see if we can get a nice pump here. If we can get a pump, I want to move my stop right at 76 there, 77. Come on, Goldie. You could do it. I think we should be able to get a pop right into at least that wick right there. All right, come on. All right, we can trail those stops now, boys. Trail them up. There we go. Stops at 77 or 70. Yep, 77 now. Let's move this up a little bit. Let's see if we can keep running. Can we keep running? This is where I want to take profit regardless, somewhere in this range here. If we can keep going, great. If not, I got no problems. All right, there we go. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving, ladies and gents. Come on, Goldie. Come on, Goldie. All right, that's more than my full TP right there. So I am good. Let's see if we can get this thing to keep pushing up here. But W trade, if you guys took that, congratulations. Amazing move, amazing. Got to take advantage of that celery play. Let's see if we can move stops or TP up a little bit. And yeah, that is that. That is that. Good to be in and out before Papa Trump too, right? It really is. All right, nice. There's one for YouTube, yeah? Someone say, yo, you ain't calling none in the clubhouse. They're on the YouTube, man. I had to go crazy on y'all, man. I was in my bag yesterday, sorry. Sometimes I just have to get in the bag, you know? Oh, yeah, we also get a little hat trick here in the clubhouse, just for all your doubt. You know? Just for the doubt. I had to, we had to go. I said, Magnus, we got to pull it off here today, my boy. Does he even have it anymore in 2026? Oh, man. Coupons. There you go. Now you guys can learn, join the clubhouse, make some money here today, and see if we can keep taking advantage of moves like this all throughout 2026 together. What do you guys say? Oh, man. All right, let's keep trailing, my friends. Don't stop now, Goldie. The party's just getting started. My bad. Am I screaming? I'll be honest. I had somebody at the end of the stream yesterday. They said, yeah, now you got to take this as a red day. And I was like, all right, you know what? Bet. Say less. Let me do these 2 elite calls. And if I find a support today, it is over. And, yo, I had to come back on those accounts yesterday. So we came back to break even on top 1. And we went all the way back in profit on 5 of my XFAs. So I do appreciate the doubters and the haters, and this hat trick is for y'all. You know what I mean? It's for the clubhouse, but it's mainly for, the handful of doubters here yesterday, yeah? All right, sorry. Just had to get out there sometimes. Just got to get it out there, I don't do the Raja thing too much, but, you got to let the results do the talking, man. All right, lovely trade, gang. Lovely trade. Took 60 pips on that. Beautiful move. Tag it and bag it. And I think I'm good. I think I can. Woosah. All right, that's it. I just wanted to get that out. Yeah, that's right. Say my name. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That's it. I'm done. All right, let me mark this trade up like a true professional. And all right. No more jumping up and down. All right, cool. W trade. We'll explain it in just a moment here. Let me just mark it up, and remember, never jump up and downs for your winners, and never dwell on your losers. Every now and then, like every 150 wins, maybe jump up and down here and there. Not too much. Okay, cool. Anyways, let's talk about this trade here. So we got gold here, right? Obviously, extremely. You guys ready? You guys ready for a quick breakdown? Yeah. Okay, cool. So all right. So very, very bullish. Obviously, extremely bullish on gold today. 4 hour, just looking for this wick fill at least, and then obviously we have the highs up here, right? That all creates pretty decent range for us to move up. We got a little resistance here, a little resistance there, but nothing too crazy, right? The 1 hour candles have been moving up very, very nicely. So if I get rid of everything here, right, what we can see is we have a very nice support being formed. Liquidity grab here, deep kind of like rejection out of there, kind of a little funky business coming up here, but all in all, the 1 hour tried to move down here, could not break the lows, came back up, but the 1 hour wasn't the real good time frame here, right? The good one was really the 15 minutes. So you got the 30 minute that also closed above, right? If we kind of draw this up here, you have a range sitting here, you have this here, and you have a lot of rejection. So remember what I was saying, it kind of seems like you have like almost like a rocket ship, right? Getting ready to blast off here. All this rejection to the downside. You finally get a pretty decent closure here too, right? I mean, I really couldn't let that go once I seen it. Very, very nice closure. Obviously clean range to the left hand side with this resistance right here. So that would be my first target, right? As we look at the 15-minute, this is where it really made a lot of sense, right? So 15-minute time frame, resistance right here, right? Support sitting here. That's all of our rejection that we talked about, right? And now you have a initial closure, right? And then you have this second closure. So you have your 8 a.m. candle closure, major closure, right? Start of NY open. Then you have your 8:30 candle, right? So once 8:30 comes along, right, this is where the celery play sets itself up. Now again, you still have a lot of clean range. I'm targeting that wick fill, right, as I mentioned, or that wick right there, and then major targets are up here. So notice how we ran straight to this area. We've been struggling a little bit. I do think we can make our way up for sure, right? It's not a big deal, but notice how we've struggled right at this advantage point, right? This initial advantage point here for just a little bit. So this is why it's very important to take your profits there, right? To go break even there, to secure something, right? Get paid for the fact that you understood, but that with this pattern setting up here, you can make money, right? So that when you wait for something like this and you get into this area here, pay yourself, man. You did a great job. You recognize that there was opportunity in the market here, got in and, you know, hit these wicks, right? So be it if it's 50 pips or 60 pips, you know, everyone wants a big like 100, 120 pips, but this is really what keeps me profitable, right? These base hits. So you take that base hit and just like I did, you know, you have some fun. You trail your stops, you move up, you know, you do whatever you have to do. And this is like your second target. Because yes, can price get there? Of course. But if price is going to struggle on the way, right? If it's gonna, if the market's gonna put up any fight to try and keep this candle down, this guy right here to keep it down, where do you think that's gonna happen? That's gonna happen right here. So that's a great point to take some profits, go break even, and then just let it run. So that was it. Good trade. Nice 15-minute celery play is what I'm going to mark it up as. You can mark it up as a 30-minute breakout, whichever situation you like the best. What mainly got me into this was that 15-minute celery right, where is it? Right there. Yeah, right there. So 30 breakout was there too. So whichever you want to call it. I think I'm going with the 15-minute celery because that was the one that actually convinced me to get in, along with the break of those highs there, break of the previous 30 highs. So great trade. Another one. All right, let me get an official picture here. Boom, boom. All right, perfect. Any questions? Anyone have any questions? Questions, comments, concerns? Anything. Let's let me see something here. All right. See, Melly, how we feeling? And we got a hat trick here today, boys. Clubhouse, congratulations. W on the hat trick. Really wanted that one. I'll be honest, I wanted that one from yesterday. So yesterday I said in my mind, today we will get a hat trick. Today we will do it. So wanted that Asian session W, got it. It's funny because I didn't even talk to Magnus about any sort of hat trick, you know, but he texted me. I think it was like, what, Magnus, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. I get a text, hat trick. Let's go for the hat trick. So I'm like, all right, bet. The boys caught a W in London, boys and girls. Oh, London's heating up too now. I could see it. I could see the volume coming in. I could see the price action getting a little bit better. Yeah. Perfect trade. Yeah, I think so. I think it was perfect. I think it was good. And by the way, the trade that we took yesterday, remember the one that we took on NQ? That was a perfect trade too, right? So again, I love that. I love the question yesterday, what's the most uncomfortable truth of trading? And it truly is the fact that you can do everything right and still lose money, right? Because yesterday we did everything correct on that NQ trade. We were bearish. We waited for volume. We waited for resistance. We waited for the 4-hour top wick, right? We did everything that we needed to do that would normally produce a profitable trade for us, yet we still lost money. So that's one of the most uncomfortable truths of trading. If I can come up with anything, is that you're operating in a very uncertain environment. Therefore, there's no guarantees, right? You can have the best analysis, the best entry like set up in front of you and still take an L. So I want you guys to understand that just because you take an L doesn't mean it was a bad trade. Do we all understand that? I think most of us get that, right? I think most of us are starting to understand that. Like, if anything, your losers should look just as good as your winners, right? It should look like a beautiful onion. It should be the 4-hour top wick, right? It should all line up really well. When your losers, and you could write this down, when your losers look just like your winners, you're only bound to be profitable from that point. Like, it is just a matter of time at that point. So yeah, congrats to everyone who took a good L yesterday, and then we just battled back. I mean, we just came straight back, 3 W's in a row, and that's how quick it can happen when you trust the playbook. All right, but if you go, over risk and over leverage and take a trade outside the playbook, for a very short term reason, you screw the numbers up, and then you don't get to jump up and down and celebrate with us. And, when we move on, you're still in drawdown, like, how long are you going to do that, right? I want you to understand, procrastination is the assassination of your dreams and goals, right? So just get with the program. That's it. That's it. Just get with the program. You come here every day. Why not vibe with it? Why not get with it? Procrastination is the assassination of your dreams and goals. Write that one down too. That's right, Exit Strat. Exit Strat, how we feeling, man? How you doing? What do you mark your trades up on? I do it on TradeZella, brother. Yeah, I use TradeZella. But there's many platforms. If you guys are gonna use TradeZella, use the TTE thing. You get a discount. But I think there's a bunch of free ones too. So maybe look into the free ones first. And if you like TradeZella, then that's the one I use. So that's a pretty good one. Let's see here. Let's see. If I move my break even too high and got BE, then it got hit and it rocketed up. Is that bad? Not if you hit your goal, right? So remember when we set that trade, my target was right here, right? This was my overall target. So instead of taking full there, what I did was I just kept moving, right? Moving the break even up and up and up. So now, like, I got to where I was in a position to get my break even, not my break even, right? My stops in all the way into profit. So that would have allowed me, if we kept moving and moving and moving, that would have allowed me to keep moving and moving and moving as well. So at some point it's going to hit you though, right? So it's no surprise that it happens right here, because again, right, I mean, that's why we wanted to take profits right there, right? Because we know that, yeah, price can definitely make its way up here and beyond, but most likely it will tap here. It will liquidate. It will, do a little funky monkey stuff, and then it will continue driving up, right? This is the way gold works. So if you've been trading gold like as long as I have, you understand these wicks that come out of nowhere, that all of a sudden you'll get, this will happen, a huge wick, stop you out, and then the candle close right here, right? And then the next one just bomb. So you got to understand that about gold, and that's why it's very important to understand the pairs that you're trading. Because if you don't know that that's the way the pair likes to move, then you sit here and you go, Nick, you should hold longer. It's my first time ever trading gold. I know you've been doing it for 6 years, but I think I should tell you what to do, right? And, you should hold longer and whatnot. And meanwhile, here comes gold. Snap, right? Just pops them out, stops everyone out, and then just keeps driving up. So, like, you got to understand the pair that you're trading and what it likes to do and how it likes to move. So if you trade 16 different pairs, right, then it's very difficult to catch on to that. So that's why consistency in 1 or 2 pairs for me has been a major game changer, because I understand exactly how gold likes to move, when it likes to move, how it reacts to news, everything about it. And now you'll see me pick all that up on NQ over the next 12 months. So once you begin to dial that in, now you know, okay, this is the advantage point, right? Basically the market has money for me until right here. After that, really no guarantee. So when we do get there, you want to take that profit, all right? You want to take that profit, because it always sucks too when you get, you're all the way in profit here. And then again, this candle comes down, either hits you at break even, which everyone would have hit break even in this case if they held, right? Or even worse, sometimes price will rip down like that and completely stop you out, right? And then all of a sudden it'll come right back up and then move and continue in your favor. So again, base hits win ball games. Base hits have really changed the game for me in terms of like my profitability. So if you haven't done that yet, consider it. You moved it up like I did. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, as long as you ended in profit and all that, and you know you're green. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. Did I mind the 30-minute not having much of a lower wick? Not necessarily, because I was looking at the 15 celery. I already knew that the higher time frames were look at the candle, right? I already knew that the higher time frames were like finna get going too. So I didn't know, but it was high probability that we would. So usually with the celery play, I don't really wait for much of a lower wick anyway. Just let it go, yeah. Trade Zeller. Then Trade Zella is no, Trade Zella is like a journal. Yeah, it's not a platform, trading platform. Good celery. Yeah, good celeries do. Yeah, they usually do have like smaller wicks. So one thing I liked about this one, it was the break of both highs. So I like when they're sitting there like that too, together. Really like when they're sitting together like that. Sometimes what you're going to have is like more so a candle like that bullish candle will have a move up and have a bit of a steeper wick, right? So if that one has a steeper wick, this is where I want the short wick to come in, right? So I can enter off of that wick and kind of get break even by the time we hit that wick fill. But when they're both sitting together like that, I just use that as the entry. And yeah, yep. So I do prefer it to look like this, but again, it was just too hard to let off of that. I mean, you know, playbook position, we got to execute there. Oh, you listening to the president? What's he saying? Time to eat trading. The best traders. The best traders. I gotta tell you. NQ? Uh-oh. Up we go. Up we go. Did we even do a breakdown? We didn't even do our breakdown on NQ. Oh my God. Yeah, we literally did the breakdown on gold and then just got right in. So let's talk about NQ while we're on it here. And see what we got. So same deal. By the way, our sells, you know, they were good, right? Price was trying to get down in that 4-hour range. As you can see, we've been struggling now ever since. But as you can see, like boom, like this was our sell yesterday. Like we had such clean range on the 4-hour chart. Now that all your emotions are gone, let's talk about this trade, right? So you had all this clean range here on the left for price to continue moving bearish. Look at us. We gap down. We come here. We make a low. We make a high. We make a low. We make a high. We grabbed a high right here. We closed below on this candle. You had all that clean range to the left. And this candle here, we were anticipating, right? We never broke that candle's high. And then we started moving down, created a 1-hour resistance, right? So the idea here was if that 4-hour candle, this guy right here, if that looks like this, right, we get that closure, then while this one's making a top wick, right, that's where we're looking to capitalize on the sell. So we had price come up, right, and then it started, basically it was moving up like this, bullish. One sec, moving bullish, right, and then it fails to break the high, starts rejecting, and then like right around here is where we get ourselves a 1-hour resistance, right? And we're anticipating that 4-hour candle, if it's getting a 1-hour resistance and during a high volume candle, then that candle is likely to push this 4-hour candle down, right? And potentially start to move south, right? So that's what the idea was based off of. Incredible idea, right? That works out 88% of the time. So you have to take that trade, right? And then what did price do? We just moved up. So probability was just against us there, right? We ended up, you know, moving up, coming down, coming back down, closing back below, and now we're just kind of, you know, stuck, right? We're stuck now, but the trade idea yesterday was on point, right? If that would have been you know, if that would have drove down in that moment, I mean, that would have been one of the best trades probably of the year, right here. I mean, look at it, just perfect, right? You had that 4 hour candle move down, the wick pull us back, top wick on the candle, break of the lows, right? That would have been just perfect. I mean, that's something that we look for all the time. So now that like emotion and all that stuff is out of the way, now you can see how clear this is, right? Beautiful, beautiful opportunity right there. Again, just because you lose money on a trade doesn't mean it's a bad trade, right? This right here, I would take any day of the week. I'll take that tomorrow, today, if we got it, right? So again, perfect 4 hour correlation. Price just didn't want to do it. And again, that's why we have stop losses. That's why we have risk management. That's why we understand probabilities, right? And we don't get obsessed with just one trade, right? Had that worked out, everyone would have been very satisfied with that idea, and you know, learned a lot from the correlation of that. We were looking at this range here too. So you just got to understand, as long as your losers look like your winners, it is what it is. You know, you can't do anything about that. You know your trading probability at that point. Love my stories. Hey, I had to wild out a little bit yesterday. I was in my bag a little bit. No, just kidding. I'm done. Humble yourself. There we go. Yes. Love it. What up, Win? What's goody? Do you move your stops to break even to bang on 0 or slightly above? So if you go back and watch the replay there, I had it on like right on break even, because you want to be careful, because you still want to give your trade some room, right? Some breathing room. So if you move your stop to break even a little bit too fast, I mean, the fluctuation of 5 or 6 pips may stop you out, and then the trade keeps running, you know, in your favor. So you got to be a little careful with the break evens and not doing it too quickly. So if you noticed, if you watched the replay, at first I had it right at break even, and then I moved it slightly up, and then from there I moved it up, like I jumped it like 15 pips at each time. So yeah, I mean, you got to wait for price to get away a little bit too, right? So you can actually be confident in that break even, and you know, hope that your trade will continue running. So yeah, the break even's a little touchy, because I remember when I first got my magic keys, I think I told this story like last week or something, but I first got my magic keys, which is like a trading device that at the push of a button you can do anything you want, right? Enter, exit, move stops to break even, close partials, all that. So I thought, hey, once I get this thing, I mean, once I go 2-3 pips in profit, I mean, I'm going break even, I'll never lose a trade again. But I noticed that like I was just going break even too quick, you know, 2-3 pips in profit, and then price would fluctuate 2-3 pips, knock me out, and then just keep driving. So you really do have to be careful with the break even and calculate it with that. So just watch the way I do it. What up, SimZ? How you doing? What up, David? All right, let's pay attention. Let's see. Missed the first entry, but got re-entry on the retracement. Okay, nice job. Let me peep the clubhouse. This the first hat trick of the year? Yes, Asian, London, and New York. Literally a day after the big quaking. Yeah. You know, Lucas, sometimes you just gotta shut up and win, you know? So sometimes I get quiet, but then I just go off, you know? And yeah, yesterday was one of those days. Got I think I'm probably four trades in a row from yesterday, just W'd out. So was able to finish pretty much break even yesterday. So I know you guys see me down like 1,800 or something like that. So ended up 1,500. So 1,500 loss and then a $1,500 win right back at it there. So yeah, we Gucci. Yeah, you know, sometimes you just gotta win. All right, no words, just actions. You You're welcome. You're welcome for the explanation. Let's see here. The daily profit on the ignites are, yeah, they're a little smaller. Yep. Happy Wednesday, Rafi. What's good? Feels good to lock out for the day. Building the habit. Yeah, there you go, brother. Yep, exactly. Why not? You know, you've done some work here today. You've committed yourself to a couple sessions or two. You've walked away with profits. You know, it's almost like, what more can you really ask for? You know, like, again, traders tend to trade too much. They think, okay, I got to keep going. If I keep going, I'll make more, right? And it's a very mature and liberating feeling when you can hit the lockout button and just chill for the day. So W maturity right there. To the moon. What do you think? What do you think, Philippe? I told them, bro. I told them. They just weren't listening, man. Yeah. Yeah, Philippe knows, man. Philippe knows. Me and Philippe had a great conversation yesterday. Can you please explain the celery play and the inverted celery? Yeah, they're very similar. So like a celery play is going to be, let's just explain it in a bullish situation, right? So like, let's say you get a closure above, right? And then all of a sudden you get like a bearish closure, right? And that bearish closure happens above the range. This would be considered like a celery play, right? Now look, you got to be careful, because if it closes below the range, it's not considered a celery play, right? At that point, now you're looking at like a new resistance to drive down into whatever range you're in, right? So let's say the range looks like that. Most likely, if you get a closure back below, that's more of a fake out. So it's very important that you understand your ranges, and it's very important that you have them marked off correctly, so that way you can tell, okay, that one closed above, right? So the idea is now on the break of the highs is where you're going to have a buy stop. If you can get a nice lower wick, that's great. You wait for that wick. Boom, you break the high. Wick fill here is your break even point, and then whatever target you're looking at, let's just say something here, that's your full TP, right? So basically break even here and partials right there, and then full TP up here. And by the way, you don't always have to close partials, right? So I think it's a wise idea to go break even at that point though, because if you don't push through, you're gonna reject, right? So that's the celery play. Now let's say you missed that, right? And let's say now price has moved up, and price has moved all the way up into its actual target, right? So now you got price sitting up here, and let's just say, boom, you know, we're starting to reject and whatnot. And then what happens is you get this candle. So you see how this candle here is going to close bearish and below the range, and this big rejection, right, tends to show. So this here would be an inverted celery. So it's just upside down. Right, guys, you guys are missing the whole point of taking good inverted celeries by saying check gold, check gold, check gold, go, 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 check gold, check gold. Oh my God, go look at gold, gold, gold. Let me look at gold. Let me look at gold here. Hold on. Okay, let's see gold. Let's see gold. Okay, what about it? What about gold? Come on, what about it? Right, you're missing the most important piece, gang. Right, we're talking about how to get into good, profitable setups here. Right, we don't care about this movement. Who cares? Gold's gonna move down. Wait for the candle to close. It's got 23 minutes left on it. Right, so you're missing out on the education here. You're missing out on the important pieces. So this is what an inverted celery is gonna be. Right, you're gonna want to wait for price to move all the way up. Right, tap into a certain target and then show you some type of rejection, right? And if you can get the main components of this trade here, or this setup, would be you have exhaustion from the top, right? Candles closing below, weaker body, and then a very, very small lower wick. It's very important that that candle has a smaller wick. Anything like this is not really what I would consider like an inverted celery, right? Does that make sense? Like if it's too steep, then you got to wait there, because that's no confirmation, right? Because you don't want to take your entry down here, do you? Right? So you really want to keep it tight up there, nice and tight, short wick, because that's where your entry is going to go. You wait for your top wick and then boom. All right? Cool. Good question. Good question. Check gold, bro. Check gold. Gold. Okay, now you guys can tell me all about gold. What was it that I needed to know? Any trades taken yet? Yeah, just this buy position. A little 60 pips, something light. Yeah, that was it. Other than that, nothing. Nothing. All right, let's see who we got in the clubhouse here. Let's take a look. Where all my peeps at? What up, DJ Scratchers? Good morning, Alan. What's up, Daniel? Rafi in the house. Let's go. What up? What up, Tony? How are you, brother? Mr. B in the building. Mr. B Profits. There he is. What up, Gabber?
Good morning. Good morning.
Yee. Good morning, Rafi.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
Very good, brother. Very good. How about you?
Love to hear, man. Blessed. Blessed and highly favored.
Johnny Gems in
we
the
doing
house.
Clubhouse? Are we doing
Yo,
YouTube?
yo, what up, man?
Good to see you.
Jamski, Jamski.
OGH. There he is. That boy building that book collection. What's up, Cole? What up, Leisker? How you doing? Tori. Yeah? Tori? Is that how we say it? Yeah? Awesome, awesome. All right, good, good, good. What up, Rich? Good to see you, man. Positive Mind in the building. Papa Trader. How you doing? What up, Magnus? The Chief is here. Okay. Chief, how we doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
Yo, what up, Mr. James? What up, Rafi?
Yo.
Hey,
What up, brother?
the Viking in the house.
Sir, it's good.
All right.
Gucci,
Go.
brother.
Johnny Gems.
Gucci.
The man, the myth, Rafi. How we doing? How we doing?
The man, the myth.
Bless,
Welcome
bro.
in,
Bless,
boys.
bro.
Congratulations on the hat trick.
Oh yeah, a little hat trick here today.
You know,
It's nice.
I woke up in the middle of the night and I looked at my phone really quickly and I see
Bro.
Magnus. He goes, "We got to get the hat trick now." I said, "Bet them boys ate London."
Bro, I said that like 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh, love that.
I was gonna write you back right there, but I was like low key half asleep. I was just like, awesome. Man's 8.
Oh, love it.
Johnny Gems. Yo.
Yo, man is stripped out, bro.
Dripped. Big drip. All right. How we doing, boys? You guys good?
Yeah.
Oh,
Goldie,
happy to be
Goldie. Yeah, very good, man. Happy to have you back.
Officially, I think like we just got the car going today.
Oh, nice. Are you talking about
Let's go.
you talking about your car or the new car you guys
the
got?
car, bro. Like the car here. Price action is gonna start aligning.
Oh,
and
this
we're gonna
car.
start seeing
Oh,
the
this
setups.
car.
Yeah,
Oh,
of course.
Yeah. You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like you said, after the quake, it always happens that way.
Oh
after
my
the
goodness.
quaking day,
Always. Always,
on.
bro. I love probability. Always. Yo, you can't make that up, actually.
man, that's funny.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Nah,
sir.
actually, Ken Hart, I didn't. I should have, but I didn't.
Ken Hard.
Asian sesh.
What's going on, Ken Hard?
Wow,
Yeah,
look at this
look what she
melter.
did.
You know, so shout out to those who just needed. They just had to have those extra 30 pips, 24 pips right there. You know, I'm going to leave my stops open. And, you know, this is what happens a lot of times with gold. Like, you end up leaving those stops open. You trust the fact that we're going to go. You go, oh, we closed above and I survived break even. And now we're certain to get up there, right? And then look at that, just a crash. So take your profits, you know, while you got them.
Happens all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Inches. Remember that?
Game of inches, baby. Game of inches.
Yes,
It is really a game of interest, yeah.
Yeah. Especially, what'd you guys get in Clubhouse? So I think we got we didn't get nothing too crazy in on NQ. It was a decent little base hit push in Asian, and then whatever you guys got in London. All right. So if you tally up, if you were in every session, you tally them all up. I mean, you probably got close to 100 something pips today, just based off of those 3 moves. So not bad. You know, you can't be too greedy.
Yeah, it was fire move in London too. Huge move too.
Yeah, really nice. What did Trump say? I don't know. I'm actually not watching, so I'm here with y'all. Somebody else should be watching, though. Anybody know? What's up, Jason? How are you, bro? Would love to see gold melt to 3K. Yo, wouldn't that be great?
Oh, that'd be so great, man.
That would be good.
But we might not see that. We'll see.
Yep. Let's see
when
here.
I started trading gold. It was like in
Chop to the left.
1400 or something. It wasn't even 2000.
Bro.
Yeah, not bad, brother. Exactly. Other than the chop to the left, I mean, this is nice. You know, I mean, again, that's the wick you're looking for. So if anyone missed the inverted celery concept while you guys were watching gold drop, I mean, that's it right there. You know, like ideally, like a wick just like that, maybe a little bit steeper, a little bit, but yeah, that's perfect. You take the entry right here on the break of that low, because shakes. Like imagine if that wick is down here. Right, so if that wick is down here, that trade makes no sense anymore, right? So it's very important that, you know, your entry, the wick that you're entering off of the break of that low is nice and tight up there. That way it leaves you room to collect some profits. So yeah, again, just like you mentioned, outside of like this, like if that's not there and it's just this here, I mean, beautiful, beautiful. So worked out here though. So good read, good job, and good trade. What was that on? I didn't get to see. What pair was that? Want to be at the top of the range. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And the fact that you're up at the top of the range there like that makes it a little bit better too. Gold pre-New York. Gotcha. Okay, right. Was that it? Yeah, right here. I see it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, again, outside of the choppy range, not bad. Trump, we are seeking immediate talks on Greenland. All right, time to take over. I guess they're planning to take over. What do you think about this NQ idea? Let's take a look. Yeah, this is perfect. You know, this looks good too. You know, you have a target being tapped, price comes back in, you know, closes back below. You got all this clean range. I'd be looking at, you know, these targets probably somewhere in that box right there, just like you have it. And yeah, probably yeah, maybe like a little break even or something right before that, and then partials down here. Yeah, good trade. I mean, that's like our NQ trade yesterday. You know, let's say this is your top wick on the 4 hour, right? And then if you get that resistance, right, if you're coming off of a bearish 4 hour candle, that's where you want to seek opportunity, right? You want to, again, just like yesterday, we had a 4 hour candle that looked like this, right? And the next one kind of looks something like this. So this wick here is represented by this big move, right? That's your 4 hour creating a top wick. So once you get that resistance formed here, that's going to be your opportunity, right, to step into the market and say, okay, look, maybe the 4 hour wick has been put in place, and what you're doing is you're entering your sells like right around this area on that 4 hour wick, right, expecting this whole range to be filled, aka expecting that 4 hour candle to move down right from here. So you enter here, you're expecting it to move down, flip bearish, and continue driving, right? That would be this move right there. So yeah, I think that's great. I take that all day, every day. You do that properly, you'll have about an 85% win rate over the course of sheesh. How many? I don't know how many onions we took last year, but you'll have like an 80. I think it was 150. 150 onions last year, had an 88% win rate over 150 of them. So if you time them and you know how to use them, then yeah, you'll be good.
9:30 setting up maybe on Goldie here.
Goldie. What time is it?
Little new support.
9:15.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that B21. Yeah, 3 trades, 1,470, 140 pips.
Nice, dude.
One fixed contract, that's it.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah, literally.
Nice. So 140 pips today. Not bad. Not bad throughout the clubhouse. Trump's hilarious. He's a funny guy.
Bro, he says the wildest stuff.
Can we take a look at the London trade? Yeah, what time was that, Magnus? 2:45?
I can send it over.
Okay, send it to me.
I think that's easier.
Send it in Zoom. Zoom.
Yes, sir. But
yeah, London, gang.
fine.
London's going to heat up. You know how London gets. You know, when London catches fire, it catches fire. So I think we're kind of creeping into that time now. So take advantage of it. You know, take advantage of that London session. And yeah, where'd it go? One sec. Let me get it. Where'd that go?
London session when it's on a heater. You should see November, bro. I think it was every day. We talked about it today too. I think we had a trade every single day, the whole November.
Yeah.
Or at least like every second. Insane.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't know why it's blurry though, that picture, but
That's okay. You want to explain it?
But
a
it's
bit?
right there. Yeah, I mean, it's just basically
Celery
a
play.
fake out there. We anticipated the fake out, and then we had buy stop actually ready, and then it pushed up with no lower wick. So we thought, okay, no buy stop yet because it's just pushing up here. So it pushed up, activated all the impatient buyers. It came 120 pips down again, came all the way up and closed celery, and now we re-added buy stops there. So
Nice.
big W on just staying patient, staying disciplined, and follow the plan at first. Seeing those seeing those buyers get activated first, the impatient ones, and then we waited and waited and waited and got that celery, and
Nice.
boom, that was the buy. Yeah.
Dirty. So okay, buyers got activated here. We drive back
on that
down.
first break of high, you see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Come back, close weak. Boom. Yep.
My
Works.
goodness, bro.
Beautiful.
That was insane. Yeah. The
Love
patience there was satisfying. Like,
Yeah. Okay, it always is, bro. It really is.
Yeah.
Like how many times like last week were we like so disciplined? I'm just like, doesn't that feel great? Like, doesn't it feel
really does.
it just feels good to just
It's just
be a
different.
good trader, you know? Like, I don't
Really.
know. Just it's awesome.
That's like the pain of discipline, the pain of regret. You know, the pain of discipline, we feel it in London too. We felt the pain, like it could move. So we felt like the short-term pain of discipline.
Yeah.
But then we could have also felt the pain of regret, which would have been if we took the buy, right? Then we would have felt the pain of regret for a long time. We've been regret all day here. And the trade we just took now, we would have been break even only, or, you know, everything like that. So it's really funny. Like, the feeling of discipline is always greater than the pain of regret we can feel when we take a stupid trade or be impatient or
So satisfying.
yeah.
I really, if you guys haven't got to that level yet in your trading, I so desperately want it for you. It's one of the main reasons I show up here every day. Like, I want you to really feel what it's like to just trade well, you know, to just trade well and trade well consistency and not take anything personal, but treat it like a business and play the probabilities and just win, you know? I mean, just have fun, right? Accept the losses, enjoy the wins, right? Learn from the losses. I mean, it's such a fun game to play when you're not taking things personal anymore. And I think most people are just taking it personal. They're taking personal hits to their ego. They're, you know, trying to set goals based off of getting funded and getting payouts, and all that stuff's great. I'm all for goals, but can you at least stick to the plan? Can you stay steady, right? I mean, you're never going to accomplish your goals if you can't stick to what is put in place to achieve them, right? So the main thing's got to remain the main thing here, and that's always to keep performance over profits, right? And we know that performance equals profits. Therefore, we don't even have to focus on profits. We just have to focus on taking good trades. That's it. If a loss hurts, you're over risking. Yeah, you are. Or you're going against your plan, and you know you're doing something stupid, you know, and you can't even get mad because you're like, you know what, I deserve that loss. I'm being an idiot right now. Like, we all know that. Like, we all know when we're doing something right versus doing it wrong. Took a massive L. Yeah, I mean, if you got caught like holding up here, you know, I mean, that's a big L. That's a real big L. Yep. And then once you realize that, you know, eventually you're like, all right, you know what? I'm not even losing due to like any system. I'm just losing due to no system. So it would probably be wise, if I actually want to be a profitable trader, to start implementing some sort of profitable system that is already working. Right? I don't know why anyone would want to create their own strategy. It blows my mind to this day. Right? It's like, do you want to make money, or do you want to, like, you know, I don't know, become famous or something, right? Like, oh, I'm famous for creating this strategy. Like, who cares? You know, while you're working to get famous, we're getting money, right? We're getting money. We're providing for our family. We're starting to live life on our own terms, right? Why try and be that guy? You know, you don't have to be that guy. Just lock in on what's working. You know, this isn't even my system. This came from Raja, right? This came from Don. Like, I never try to reinvent the wheel or create something on my own when something was already working for so many others. I needed money, right? I think some of you guys you just don't need money that much, maybe, you know? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe maybe you guys got millions of dollars buried in your backyard or something that I don't know about, but, you know, I would be looking to make money, right? When I got started trading. So I didn't really have time to figure things out and create something on my own. I just wanted something that worked and I just wanted to use it, right? And I think over time I took a good strategy and made it great or a little bit better just for my own liking. But other than that, I mean, the foundation was put in place. I really didn't change much. The Asian trade, Asian was on NQ. Let me take a look. I didn't even rename the setups. I said, yeah, you know, we're going to keep those. Celery, onion. I don't give a rip, dude, as long as they pay. As long as they make me money. I don't care what we call them, right? You call them cheeseburger, whatever you want to call them for all I care, right? As long as it's making money and it's working for others, I want to duplicate. I don't want to spend time figuring things out on my own, right? I want to take the knowledge that they already got and apply it. Remember, if you're going to walk through a minefield, ... The names make no sense, but they make a whole lot of money, and that's all I really care about. What were we doing? Asian session trade, right? Let me find it here. One sec. Call that thing hamburger helper for all I care. I don't give a rip.
Hamburger
Just
helper.
apply it.
Let's at least call them like something good, like tomahawk or steak or ribeye or something.
Yeah, so this was the Asian trade. So it was basically like a 30-minute. So this candle here, this one, the one that we entered on. But just understand that what this mainly was on the 30-minute time frame. You had a candle close here, right, like this. And then this was, we created a top wick up here, right, with this green candle. Okay, created that top wick, came down, we broke the lows, right? And then, yeah, it's a pretty good move. Pretty good move. We actually hung out in this trade. So price came down, didn't hit our TP right away, came back up, excuse me, and then this candle actually closed bullish. So you see here, so what we were originally looking at was stops sitting up here. So it was only like 30 pip stops up here. So we used the highs. And then once this candle closed not in our favor anymore, what I did was I said, okay, we're going to manage this a little bit. So what we did was we waited for this candle to wick up, right? So the candle wicked up. And then once it broke its own low, I moved my stop from here to here. And then pretty much it went down and hit our partial. It kind of pushed down pretty quickly after that. Started breaking through the lows, getting back into break even. And then we caught this little move here, closed some partials, moved the stops down, and then the stops got hit at break even. Yeah. So it was like a 30-minute onion. So what it looked like on the 30 was just simply this closure and then another candle like that. Boom. Yeah, but in between that, this 15 tried to give us a little problem last night, but I think we were fine, you know. So basically what happened was once we made a low on this candle, if we would have come up and break those highs, I don't want to be in that trade, right, anymore, because most likely we're going to come up and get full stopped out, right? So that's the reason for the movement, right, the management here to minimize risk, right? So once you do start breaking the low here now, it's a good idea to move the stop from here to here. I basically cut my loss in more than half if I was going to take a loss there. And then, you know, luckily the 30-minute stayed strong, continued to move down, and then eventually came into our break even, and we took some partials there. Yeah, so pretty good trade. Any questions on this one? It was basically like a 30-minute onion. 30-minute onion. I don't care. Call it Dr. Pepper, root beer, Coca-Cola. I didn't even bother changing the names. I'm like, yo, this thing's making too much money. I don't even got time to think about a new name. I don't even want to jinx it. Yo, the birdie. Yeah, we tried here and there to give it new
Birdie,
names
bro.
and stuff, but it's like, yo, why don't we just make money? Who cares about the names?
Remember that T-shirt? Are you even birdie?
Birdie, are you even birdie?
So funny.
Did I try swing trading? I did. But then I noticed myself staying up for like 4 days straight. I'm like, all right, I can't do this. I can't even sleep while I'm in a trade. So I got to figure out another way to do this trading thing.
Like waking up with night sweat or something.
No, I'll go to
thinking about the trade.
You ever go to sleep, but you don't sleep? Like you have your eyes closed the whole time, but you know you're not getting any sleep. That was me when I tried attempting to swing trade. I'm like, all right, let me check the phone. You know, and I check the phone and stuff. So I'm like, I got to do this. I'm like, there's got to be a better way. It's got to be. That's what really enticed me, or really kind of like got me interested with Raja. Is he would stream the New York session. He'd say, yo, this is the only time I trade. And then he would take one trade. And then someone would go to him, like you guys go to me. You go, oh, Nick, we just took a beautiful trade. Then you go, Nick, look at gold. What about now? And Raja would just basically curse them out and talk to them as if they were complete peasants and idiots. And he would say, are you retarded? Like, I just took my trade. I'm not taking another trade today. I already made money. Why would I be dumb enough to go back into the markets and take more trades when I'm already profitable on the day? And I'm like, damn, okay. I never heard that before, you know? So I'm like, wow, that actually makes sense. I feel like that would relate to me. Like, show up to the desk, do the job, win or lose, and then be out, right? And he would say, I'm going to enjoy my day now. I'm not sitting here looking for more trades. I'm like, all right. He could have said it a little bit nicer, but like, I don't care. I'm not going to be offended by that, right? So he made a lot of sense. So a lot of people were calling him a jerk and this and that. I'm like, this guy makes a ton of sense here. He's taking 1 or 2 trades and then just calling it a day. That's why he's staying so green. So that was a bit of an aha moment for me when I was on his stream and he was talking about that, especially when I was coming out of like swing / intraday / I was doing it all. You know, basically if there was a move going on, I was looking at it, right? So I didn't have any system. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. There was no order to what I was doing, right, in the market. So he really helped me with that 1 to 2 trades a day, treating it like a business, getting your profit on the day, and then just keeping it pushing. So I really enjoy that. That allows me to come here from like 8 to 10, 8 to 11, do my job, get a trade, win, lose, draw. It doesn't really matter, right? And then just continue on with my day. So it's definitely works for me, but not for everyone. You know, it fit my personality. And one thing about your trading system is it's got to fit your personality. You know, you got to enjoy doing it. So some people may think they want to swing trade, but then you're going to find yourself like me, like not being able to sleep or always watching the trade or out to lunch with your wife. But all you could do is tell her about the trade that she doesn't even care about and how you're still in drawdown, but you're sure that it's going to come back into profit at some point. And, you know, it's just, I just didn't like that. So it's just all about what fits your personality best and then just lock in from there.
Love it.
Yes, sir. Okay, Ricky, will do, brother. Will do. I think I went to sleep last night, so I wanted to make sure I message you to begin with. But yeah, I'll check it out. Raja is funny. Yeah, he is funny, but he calls it like it is a lot of times too. So I don't really need a coach that's gonna baby me, right? I need a coach that's gonna get me to my goal, or at least help me out on the way to it. You just need to get yelled at by a packy. Yeah, facts. TT, man, worldwide. You know what's so crazy? We were talking about last night in Asian, like, you know, having access to the internet and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure there's people. Like the other day, we weren't sure what time it was in India. So we just asked, hey, anyone in India here? All of a sudden, hey, 7:17, very, very good, early in the morning, coffee with you in Asian session. I was like, oh, damn, there's like 15 people from like India, right, in the chat, in the clubhouse in Asian session. I'm like, okay. You know, I just want to know what time it was. Like, damn, we're everywhere. Johnny Jens, I'm sorry. I had you on mute.
Hey, you're chilling, bro.
My bad.
I'm gonna say, man, John is quiet today.
Johnny Gems, you ready?
Yeah.
Johnny Gems.
Got a big day today, bro.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Gotta get Hopefully, this little muscle in my back doesn't give you guys too much problems today. You know. Panda, I sent John an Instagram story back with my face on it.
Yeah,
That's
it's hilarious, bro.
Oh snap!
Oh, and you took that trade before?
Nah, I didn't take any of the trades actually.
Okay.
Price coming back down here.
I mean, you slipped, so it makes sense. If not an Asian, I don't know about that one though.
I didn't take the Asian trade either.
Okay.
Yeah. Green, what are we doing here today? Do we have Green said we got a new mod. He said we got a new mod, and I was thinking the same thing. Shall we put the wrench on that boy, Green? Shall we put it?
Put it on.
Put it on him. Let's crown him. We got a new one. We got a newbie. We got a new one. Certainly not a newbie. Certainly no stranger.
Oh no.
He used the P word. What do you think, Classic? Hey, the mods are ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Get the crown.
All right, well, let's do it then. So spam a little W for my boy, because this guy's been so consistent, not only here in YouTube, but in the clubhouse as well, and just putting on a show here, doing really, really well, even winning giveaways. So shout out to the boy, Only Bands. Only Bands, the newest TTE mod in the building. Little W's in the clubhouse chat going. Let's see the way that wrench looks on him. Yeah. Very nice. Z Gamer, what you think? Welcome to the mod squad. Only Bands, welcome to the mod squad. You know, it's funny because I think all three of us, me, Magnus, Rafi, and John, were thinking Only Bands. And then Green hits me up this morning. He goes, yo, I think it's time. I know who the new mod is, and I never discussed that with Green. And Green had Only Bands in mind too. So Only Bands, we appreciate you and all that you do here, and just being active in the chat and helping other people. And your consistency is gonna pay, man. It really is. So big W, newest member of the mod squad here at TTE.
Only Bands, let's go. Congratulations, man. Big W.
Well deserved.
Part of the crew. Guess what, Only Bands? Now everywhere we go, you go. You're in, brother. Yeah. You're in. You're part of the circle now. Congrats, man. Congrats. Big dubs. Big dubs. G. Hell yeah. Thank you for all your help too, man. He's even winning giveaways. My guy.
My guy can do it all.
He does it all. I'm gonna honor the new mod too with a 50K account as well. Well deserved. So not only does he get the wrench, but he gets a brand new 50K. Yeah, just clean slate. Brand new 50K for the boy. Let's go. Welcome. Hey yo, the Wall Street Sniper in the house. What's good, man? How you doing?
Damn, Only Bands, that wrench though.
That wrench looks good. Looks good on Only Bands.
Ooh, nice.
We got a C of the mod squad. SK, I see you, bro. I see you. Yeah, y'all keep an eye on SK. That boy's coming for it. I know it. All right. Bro. Okay, Goldie, 930. Not much for us. We closed pretty much below the range there for the most part. You also closed bearish here on the, yeah, this is nasty now. It's getting nasty. You got this level here, which is no joke. So a lot of rejections out of here, and we'll see. We'll see what price wants to do. I think the only buys for me probably back above 69. Yeah, 69, yep. Let's go. We're going to crown that, man. We're going to crown him. Oh, Anna's here, too? Okay, I had to bless a little wrench. Bless a little mod. W. What do you think, babe? Only bands. Only bands. That's what we doing moving forward, though. Only bands, baby. Only bands. He's getting
Bro,
knighted.
Chala in the house.
Chala, yo, wait, hold on, Chala. We were just, I've been missing Chala, man. We were just talking
Yeah, I
about you
was
the other
talking
day.
about him the other day, remember?
We literally just
I
talked
said,
about
where
it.
that boy been, man? Where that boy been at? Holy, we're looking for your holy, but we
Holy.
couldn't find it.
No.
He's getting knight. Oh my God, yeah, he is getting knighted. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's get back to the questions. Let's get back to it. Let's take a look at NQ here. Nothing here. Just a big push. Big push straight up. Yeah, I think the move that we caught, I'm glad we caught it early too in the session. Because I don't know how the rest of this session is going to play out here.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yo, what up, Nate? How are you, bro? Holy
what's up, man?
Chala. Chala. Holy. Chala, why can't I find the holy, man? Where did you send that to me? I can't remember. I can't remember.
I think it was in Discord actually. Back then, you showed me.
I looked for it. I couldn't find it. Enough. You're gonna have to send me another message, Chala. Just send me a nice holy.
What a classic, bro.
All right.
Holy.
He doesn't remember. You don't remember. Hit me, Chala. I need a holy.
We need a holy.
He says only Dan's. This guy Dan, how do you always come up with something, bro? You're clever, man. You're clever. I'll give it to you. This
Yo,
guy's
that's funny.
clever. Dan P. Shout out to Dan P. The old that's our Quaker right there. Like, you don't mess with our Quaker.
Oh no. That's the clubhouse
The only guy that can quake here with no problems is Daniel P. All right.
Yeah, bet. 100%.
Oh, snap. One loss last night. I got it back. I got it back. Yeah, I got that back. That's what you didn't see. Man, shout out to that one dude. I don't know if you're here, but you put a fire under me. I think I needed that fire. I needed a little bit of that to start the year too, so I appreciate that. I seen the comment on the way out. I seen it. So I had to go off after that one. Buy or sell? I'll let you come up with that. I'll let you. I'm only gonna call signals when I take the trades. Yeah, so no trades available for me yet.
Bro.
Yeah, that's gangster. B21's a G.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
I humbly OGH, nice and humbly, as humble as possible. Kingman was hype. I'll tell you, he was hype yesterday.
Man, the dance, bro, is so funny.
Yeah, you seen him holding the win up, the W. He was
Yeah,
holding his
bro.
finger up. He was
no.
pointing.
Bro, we looked at that story, like me and my girl together, we laughed.
I was
out
like,
loud,
Kingman,
bro. It was
Kingman,
so
that
funny.
ain't right. Sheesh.
That
So
was
funny,
so
bro.
funny.
Kingman put the hand up and all that, finger out, everything.
Yo.
Savage. Savage.
That was so funny, bro. Both me, my girl, and my mom, we laughed about that.
Your mom seen it too? That's hilarious.
Bro, she follows your story, that's why.
Does she really? Oh, I think you told me
Yeah,
that.
really.
Wait, she follows. She
Yeah.
actually follows me. Wow, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
100%. She watches this every day. Sometimes she sends me like a story or something if I'm on it or
That's
you know,
funny.
something.
That's funny,
Yeah,
man.
she's always been a nice supporter. So
That's amazing. What a blessing.
That's a W
yeah,
right there, bro.
really a blessing. Yeah.
Tell your mama to follow me on IG in all respect. Have your mom, Dukes, give me a follow. If you're not following me here, give me a follow on IG. Let's take it to the next level, gang. Let's take it to the next level.
Next level.
Yo, that's
W,
true.
man.
That's a W mom right there.
It is.
You can trust someone too when you say, "Hey, mom, you can give this guy a follow too." You can give him a follow.
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
Most people, how old are you, Magnus? When I was 20, what are you, 21?
Yeah.
When I was 21, I didn't want my mom knowing anyone I was following. Anyone. I'm like, don't show her that one. Yeah, that's for sure. Snap. So
Mama Magnus needed instant fun.
Magnus' mom might win an instant funded account. You never know.
That
If you
might be
comment
bad.
on the right post, you never know what pops out. I just be randomly giving people 50K accounts. I don't even say it. I don't even announce it on stream. Nothing. Like, we gave someone 2 accounts yesterday. I just picked a random picture. I think it was on this one. Yeah, I just picked a random person. Just gave him a 50K. 2 people. So it's wise to engage in my social media stuff, and every now and then, you never know. You might just get a direct message from your boy saying, "Hey, what's your full name and email address? I'm gonna send you over a 50K." Like, what? I love surprising people. Andrew Tate, please. Yeah, his reels. Lice, feeding the baby. Let's go. All right, cool. I gotta bounce a little early today, so probably around 10:30 we'll call it. So I'm here for like another 40 minutes or so. So if you guys want to chat, if you guys have questions, let's get the questions rolling. I'll be honest, price is chalked right now. There's not much going on here. Goldie is suffering, and NQ is suffering here as well to move. So not much happening. We pip and dip. Yeah, we can pip and dip too if you guys want.
Yeah, definitely.
Magnus fixed the problem in Greenland. Yeah, Magnus gonna fix the problem.
I'm gonna fix the problem, but they're not gonna send me there. Don't worry.
Remember, he doesn't have to fix the entire economy. All he has to do is fix his own pocket economy, right? And he doesn't have to deal with any of that. So I'll never forget the first time Mr. V, I said, "What are you doing about the recession?" He goes, "What recession?" I go, "Well, the what's going on right now in the country." He goes, I don't participate in recessions." I said, "Huh? What do you mean?" He goes, yeah, I don't participate in recessions. I create my own economy. He taps his pocket. He goes, this back in the day too, when people would actually carry cash around. He had a big wad of cash all the time. He goes, "All I gotta do is create my pocket economy," and he slaps his pocket. And I said, "Damn, that." And that's when he sat me down and he taught me, "Nick, you have to take personal responsibility over your life, right? Like, you take personal responsibility over your finances, your debt, the actions, the cash flow, everything. Everything is your responsibility." He goes, "You are in life where you want to be." He goes, "Now where do you really want to be?" Okay, we got to start making moves on that. So it was very early in my 20s when I realized, okay, we do create our own reality based off of our actions. And then it wasn't until a little bit later where I realized that the actions are governed by the thoughts. Because all of a sudden I was taking actions, but I was inconsistent. So Mr. V would say, "Well, how's your self-talk?" He goes, I could already tell you're not doing your self-talk too well. I go, "Yeah, you're right. He goes, "Well, start doing your self-talk really well. Whatever your goal is, start claiming it. Start walking in it. Start acting as if." And then I realized, okay, now if we just tie the thoughts and the actions, right? Then all of a sudden, that will basically give us the direction to our dreams and goals. So, you don't, and again, the responsibility, taking ownership. There's a really good book by Jocko, yeah, maybe something like that. It's called Extreme Ownership. He said, "I want you to read that book." I read that book, and then you really realize, okay, you have to take ownership of your life, of your decisions, of your thoughts, words, actions, everything. And you create your own life. So, yeah, but Magnus doesn't have to really worry about the economy over there because he's in the process of creating his own economy, right? His own pocket economy and living life on his terms, not what the matrical system is providing for him. So yeah, and all of you guys too. It's all about taking ownership of your life and saying, hey, I don't like where I'm at, but I want to be here. What's it going to take? Who do I have to become? What actions do I need to align with? And then just start moving on it. Guess what? The years are going to go by anyway. They're going to go by anyway. So you might as well make them somewhat meaningful and purposeful and actually live the life that you desire. Everyone's desire is a little bit different. Whatever it is that you hold, whatever picture it is and image that you hold in your mind, though, I would recommend you stop wasting time. Remember what I said earlier, procrastination is the assassination of your dreams and goals. So start to act on them. Start to think in terms of they'll work out for you and everything works out for you and you get exactly what you want and you don't even have to put too much effort into it. It just comes to you, right? So start speaking and acting in the way that you want your life to go. And all of a sudden, a year, 2, 3 years down the road, you're going to look back and you go, whoa, life has really changed for me. And again, you may not always be where you want to be, but you're on that journey going from peak to peak to peak to peak, right? From goal to goal to goal, always on one steady mission of becoming the best version of yourself. Pocket economy. That's right.
I love it, bro. I love it. Yeah, so true.
Yeah.
And they want you to focus on that too. They want you to be fearful of the news. They want you to be fearful of the war coming, or I don't see anything.
Yep.
So, I just focus on myself, my own pocket economy. That's so true.
We were talking about that. Yeah, we were talking about that too.
By anyway. Yeah.
It's gonna go by. Even me and Anna back in the day, we're like, hey, what are we gonna do anyway? Let's read, let's listen to good podcasts, let's let's set goals, let's go after them. The time's gonna go by anyway, right? Like, what will you do with the next 2 to 5 years of your life, right? Because believe it or not, the next 2 to 5 can really, and I mean really, build a foundation of where your what trajectory your life goes in. So be aware of that. Be conscious, right? Move with intent when you go about your day-to-day life.
Bro, I love the slidage philosophy. Just the whole graph it shows. You can literally, it can take years before you see the up movement or the down movement of the failure or success scale. Mm-hmm. But it really comes down to what you've been doing the last 1 to 5 years.
Yep.
It's not now. It's not one big thing now. It's just small actions every single day repeatedly. And that leads to either failure or success. And the time will pass anyway. So what are you going to do right now, today?
Yep.
Literally that one right there. I love that one.
This is the problem is that most people, they push through here and they look at the other guy and they see the other guy just same as him. So let's say you make good decisions and somebody else is making bad decisions. It can go just as easily as, let's say, working out, putting together a good workout regimen, right? We all know that it takes time to build a body, right? So this equals time. So the crazy part is person A and person B, right? Person A is going to the gym, eating clean every day. Person B is not going to the gym and just eating whatever they want. So for the first couple weeks, there's no difference, right? Even for the first 2 or 3 months, there's no difference. But then all of a sudden, you see how it starts to break, right? See right here how it's finally starting to break. You could apply this financially. You could apply this to your health, your let's say your diet, right? Anything, right? If you eat crappy cheeseburgers every day, right? Nothing's gonna change today, but I guarantee you, if let's say you had a McDonald's cheeseburger, right? Ain't nothing changing today. But what about 20 years from now, right? And I love when the book talks about if you knew that McDonald's cheeseburger was gonna give you a heart attack at some point, what if it was gonna give you a heart attack the very next time you ate it, right? You wouldn't eat it. Right? But because it's a slow death, and again, the same thing with success. It's a slow build, right? People mistaken how much they could accomplish over a period of time there. So again, nothing looks like anything's changing, but then all of a sudden the tide begins to turn, right? And all of a sudden one guy starts getting defined muscles, right? And a healthier blood work coming back from the doctor. And then all of a sudden this guy's getting a gut now, and his blood work coming back a little bit not as healthy, right? And then all of a sudden, if he keeps making those decisions, he eats himself, or he basically acts himself right into the grave, right? Where this guy acts himself right into victory. So pay attention, man. It's the little things day in and day out that don't seem like they're making a big difference in the moment, but make the biggest difference over many, many moments. So use the slight edge philosophy to your advantage, because again, as you can see in this example, the slight edge is always working. It's just, are you getting it to work for you or against you, right? It's always working. And look, it could be working for you in one area of life, but against you in another. So you got to pay attention to all those areas and make it count.
Yeah, I
Make
love
it
it, man.
count.
That's why we always focus on getting like a W every single day, on like a W in finance, a W in health, a W in personal growth and development, or reading or something like that, and a W in a relationship or something. Just to know that we've kind of did the small things just today, right? Or just tomorrow, or just yesterday. And then we know those things will add up in the end.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make the biggest difference that I get a W in my finance today, or a W in my relationship, or a W in anything, right? But over time it will.
And that's what we're playing, the long game always, right? We always want to make the best decision for that'll test time, right? It needs to last a test of time. That's why we don't deviate from the playbook, because we know that the setups work over time. Will they work right here today? Who knows? We got about a 70% chance. 7 out of 10 it works today. But it might not, right? It worked today, it didn't work yesterday, right? So, but we know over time it will work out in our favor more than not. So that's what you have to base your decision making on, is even in life, you know, in life you got to base your decision off probabilities.
Yep.
Can you drop a gem about money and idolatry and stuff? Well, yeah. So first off, whoever said you can't love God and love money lied to you. I'll tell you that. The second is, money is an incredible servant, but a terrible master. Okay? Does that make sense? Money is a incredible servant, but a terrible master. So you have to put it in its place, right? Money doesn't rule your world. Money doesn't dictate who you are, what you do, how you treat people, right? What type of attitude you have, what type of mindset you bring to the table. So I think a lot of people actually do idolize money too much, and put it before some of the more important things. But again, money is very important, my friends. It's okay to think that, okay? Money is not bad, right? You can love God and money. I promise you. And again, it's not that we love the money. We love what it can do for us and other people. Just like Mr. V said, money is not good nor bad. It just takes on the characteristic of the person who is holding it. So if you're a good person, you can do a lot of great things with money, gang. Right? You could do it's okay to be rich. Telling you, it's okay to be wealthy, right? You could do a lot of great things if you're a good person. If you're a bad person, chances are you're not going to do a lot of great things with your money, right? But as long as you have a good heart and you're taking care of the important things outside of money, money just becomes a tool. That's it. So if you can use money as a tool, then you use it for you. If you can use it as a servant, then it's blessed, right? But if you're going to have that dictate your life and be your master, then you're in a bit of trouble, right? You're in a bit of trouble, because your hunger will never stop for money, by the way. It's like there's levels to it, right? So as you begin to get more money, you're going to want more money, right? You're just going to want to level up. So the problem is, eventually most people, money snatches them and it becomes their master. So you got to do a really good job at staying grounded, right? In your principles, in your beliefs, right? That money is just a tool, and, again, it just takes on your own characteristics. So it says a lot about the individual. And again, if you're a good person, you do a lot of great things. But money isn't just physical. Actually, it's not physical at all. It's all energy. So you got to treat it as such. So many people can be helped. So many people can be helped, man. So many people. I mean, we help people. And again, this is not something that like I usually talk about, but we help people every day. Every day we give money away. Every day we give something to somebody, right? To help them, because again, my character is giving. I don't give because, you know, I'm trying to get something out of it. I just give because I just truly just want to, you know. I feel like, hey man, I've been so blessed, and here a person is that, sheesh, they just might want a meal, right? I mean, Magnus, how many people did we stop and say, hey, you know, we want to bless you here, we want to do this? John, how many times have you seen, like, how many times did we just go around? And again, I don't like to talk about this stuff, but when it pops up in conversation, it's okay. But we do a lot of good things with money, gang. A lot of good things, and you could too. So again, whoever said you can't be rich, or it's evil to be rich, those people are evil themselves, right? For telling you such things like that. You can do a lot of great things. So yeah.
Really can donate to charity, give money away to people, tip big, all of this. You did all of that too. I was with you when it happened. Like, we were just two of us, no cameras, no nothing, just pure, just giving.
Yep.
Well, you didn't brag about it. You don't do anything like that, really.
Exactly. So that's it. If you can do that. The problem is most people want to get all cocky and they want to, you know, flaunt their money and act like they're somebody better than other people when they have more money than them. That tells me a lot more about them than it does about the person who has no money, right? I mean, that person is not wealthy in my opinion.
Steep.
Dun, dun. Oh my goodness. And Q on the go. Exactly. Yep. Again, and you know what? That's why you really got to get grounded in your principles, in your, what are you going to stand for, right? And again, that's why we talk the way we talk here, because there's no doubt that I know a lot of people are going to become rich here based off of the trades and the trading and all that awesome stuff, right? But will you be able to handle the riches, right? Will your character be able to sustain it? And, you know, when we talk about all this funny stuff, you know, a lot of you guys block us out or whatever, and that's fine, right? I get it. You know, you're looking to trade. It's a trading live stream. But don't block us out too much, because we're trying to teach you how to think, right? How to sustain wealth, how to think like a wealthy, successful, optimistic entrepreneur who, again, money is not physical. It's spiritual, right? So that's who the money is most likely going to be attracted to. So we're trying to teach you things that are going to allow you to sustain your wealth, to build your wealth, to serve with your wealth, and, you know, just get everything in place before that wealth actually comes, so that way you don't blow it all, right? That way money doesn't become your master all of a sudden. So, you know, pay attention. You know, we're trying to give you guys the little secrets here and there, the little gems that come with becoming wealthy. They didn't teach us that in school too. You know, they didn't give us this type of information, so you got to get it from, you know, an outsource. Yeah. Was there an entry for the playbook on NQ? Not really. Not really, unless maybe somebody took this at 9:15. Maybe you had a little resistance there, but this one wasn't too bad. Yep. Been paying attention to gold mainly. I haven't seen much on gold since our trade here. So we took this buy here and haven't really seen much since.
It's funny, gold closed bearish in that fall time frame. I really do think, you know, you see that 1 hour, we kind of closed right at support. So, I mean, closure above wouldn't even be bad on the 15 or something. Yeah. But that's like the only shot, like, but we're chopped.
So, also, remember we talked about in the beginning of the stream, like, why would we reverse here versus not reversing here, right? Yeah. So we have such different wicks over here, don't we? We have this really steep wick that was rejected, and then you have a failed attempt, a break of that high, and another failed attempt, followed by a bearish closure. So if you guys go back and watch the beginning of the stream, we talked about why this area would probably call for a pullback on the 4 hour versus why this one didn't. And a lot of that just has to do with the wick structure here. Now, look, this price can continue moving up, of course, right? But we are likely now, maybe get a steeper top wick and all that, to get our pullback that we've been looking for on the 4 hour chart. right? And then maybe some range, and then now again we'll have clean range to the left, clean range coming up, and start to settle back in like that. So yeah, this could definitely be, I mean, we can move up obviously, like to create that top wick even further and whatnot, but yeah, I think I'm staying away right here. Staying away.
Asia session it is then.
Yeah. Yep. Green 2.0.
Hold the bag.
Let's
Hold
go.
the bag. Don't be fumbling, Aring.
How many accounts
Hold the
am I
bag.
trading? I'm trading 6 accounts. So one top one instant funded 100K account, which I'm gonna be, it looks like I'll be good to take another payout. Yeah. So this account, and then I have 5 top step XFAs going right now. All in profits. Everything in profit, man. Green on all 5 accounts. Definitely not giving it back. There you go, Tommy. Smart move. What's Magnus saying? Fief and Fife and Farf and Nugan over there? What's going on? Breakfast is ready.
Bro, John is muted again.
Dang, Johnny Gems.
Dude, what's going on? You good?
That boy's
Johnny?
sleepy from London. Take your time, bro. Take your time. Just relax. Just relax today. That man's been in every session all week.
You guys playing today?
My bad. I was on mute again.
Yeah, we're gonna play a little something today, eh?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm chilling, bro. I'm listening to the gems here today.
Johnny Gems is he's learning. He's playing student today. I like that. I love playing student. Yeah, man. Can you please explain when we should see current candle high or low break to take the trade, and when we can use the previous? Of course. So when is it best to execute off the previous versus the current candle, right? That's what we're going to talk about. So let's say this is your candle closure, right? You have a range here, and you're looking at a breakout or a fake out or something like that, right? So you're looking to take a sell on the next candle, right? Now we have a decently close wick, right? You see how this wick isn't too steep? So what'll happen is I will most likely, in this case scenario, use that wick as my entry. So I'll wait for this top wick, all right, and then I'll enter based off the break of that low. So that would be current candle. And if that would be previous candle. And look, if I'm gonna use that previous candle, I can use my current candle as the stop loss. This is very important. If I'm gonna use the current candle as my entry, then I don't need to use the previous candle as my stops, right? So let me just kind of show you what that looks like here. So normally we would try and take a trade like this, right? But if you're using previous entry as the previous low as the entry, then you can use that high, because just like a trending market, right, it kind of creates a low and then a higher low, right, and then a lower low and a higher low. The candlesticks will do the same thing, right? So you got this high, right, and then you got a low, and if you come up and create this new wick, right, as long as you're entering based off the previous low, that should, right here, this should be our new high in most cases. Therefore, I'll leave my stop there, and then again, you know, maybe we get another candle that comes up, so you'll get that candle to kind of wick, right, and all of a sudden you'll see like this trend going on the candlestick, on candlesticks. So that's when I would execute off of the previous candle. Now let's just say that previous candle's wick is looking like this, right? So now we're talking about looking at a wick fill. So this is a wick fill. So this is a little bit different from the last example, because now if I'm going to take the trade on this candle, I want to be involved. I want to collect pips through that wick fill, right? Because it's pretty decent now. So what I'm going to do here is, now I'm not going to enter on the previous candle. I'm going to enter on the current candle, right? So let's say the current candle has a low that's sitting right here. Boom. You got that low. As this candle flips bearish, I'm going to have my entry sitting right here. Because again, this wick is too far for me to enter down there. I want to collect pips in that zone right there. I want to make money off that wick fill. So therefore, I'm going to enter off the current candle. Now, let's go back to the stop loss, because if you're going to enter off the current candle, then it's much more wise at that point to use the previous candle as your stop loss, right? Because you haven't broken the new low, the old low yet, right? Because this candle can break its low, come back, make a steeper top wick, respect the previous candle's high, and then continue driving down. So anytime you're entering on the current candle low, if you can, it's always best to use previous candle stops. I'm going to say it slow because it's hard to understand sometimes, right? Anytime you're using the current candle as your entry, you're going to want to use previous candle for your stop loss if you can. Sometimes the pips are crazy, right? If you're going to use previous low, like we talked about earlier, then it's okay to use the current candle as your stop loss due to the reason I explained earlier about us breaking through the old low to create the new low and having that be our new high. Does that make sense? Any questions on that? Good question. Good question. I think a lot of people struggle with this from time to time. Gucci? Okay, good. Good. Check gold. Oh, I'm looking actually. Gold. Yeah, I think it's good. Oh, Magnus, my bad. Fiefing, fifing, farfing. I don't know what was going on back there.
Was that all you heard?
What's for dinner, Magnus?
We actually making I don't know what it's called in English actually. It's like durum? I don't know. Do you have that? Like, okay, just
Probably
forget
not.
it. We make a kebab, like kebab meat, and then like in a roll. It's fire. It's like homemade stuff.
What is it? Like what kind of food?
Wait, let me search it out. What's the? I don't know what it's
Send us a
called.
pic. Send us a pic.
Okay, I'll send you a pic. Bro, that didn't make any sense at all. I have no idea. I should be prepared kind of. Okay, this one. That one kind of looks like that.
Hold on, I gotta find it.
Yeah, exactly, Lydia. Exactly. That one. It's just homemade though. It's not. We don't buy it out. We don't. Yeah, no Cheetos here.
It's like so it's like a burrito.
Yeah, I mean, kinda, but yeah. Yeah, it's kinda. It's fire though.
Looks good. Low burrito action.
Yes, sir.
Like a gyro, yeah.
Looks pretty good, bro.
Here's the image.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
The rum roller. The rum roller.
Durham roller.
Durham roller. Durham roller. There you go. Durham roller.
Yeah.
Heat up the
It's like
Durham
gyro.
roller. Yeah, I could hear you guys saying that. Honey, what do you want to eat tonight? The Durham roller. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Bro, that's,
Why you guys be talking like that over there, man? What's going on?
Bro, is that how you hear it? Nah.
Well, Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff going on.
Oh, that's funny. Nah. Yeah,
Pigs in
do
a
it,
blanket?
Sigali.
Yo, not many people know about the pigs in the blanket, man. I was trying to get that
Pigs
for
in a blanket?
bro, they don't even like sell that over here in Florida. Like, what the hecky?
I don't even know what it is. Pigs in a blanket. Yeah, popular here in Sweden? Yeah, I bet. Yeah, they're good. Really good. See Millie do it.
On the subject of money, how do you approach what is your understanding in regards to the tithing in the Bible and giving back 10% to the Lord? Do you see that as helping people around or just giving to the church? Yeah. So first of all, God doesn't need money. You know, I love how God always needs money, right? It's not necessarily about like giving God money, right? Tithing's more about like some order. some help in the church, more so helping other people. I mean, look at what Jesus spoke about, right? Almost all the time he spoke about helping the poor, right? The widows, the orphans. It's nice to help the spiritual teachers, right? Like if you're going to tithe into your church, like you're helping your spiritual teachers maintain their building and maintain their salaries and maintain, just an opportunity to preach every Sunday or whatever the case is, right? And hold their programs and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, we are the church, I mean, the whole world is the church. So I like to give where my heart desires. And, at some points I was in the church, at some points I was on the streets. Now I just kind of, give however I feel like my heart is calling me to. So yeah, in your community, give to the poor, give to the widows, help people out, just have a good heart. Good heart, help people out. I don't necessarily think it needs to go to your pastor all the time, but that's just me. All right, my friend. Oh, requesting your first payout. Let's go. Big dubs, big dubs. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. How much do I realistically trade on a 50K account? Sometimes I'll risk like $1,000. It's a little much, but if I believe in the trade, I'll do it. Drewski. Yeah, the Drewski church meme. We've been saying stuff like that though for years. Eating pigs in a blanket? Uh-oh. To reduce your chance to randomly explode. I'm done. I'm done now, bro. What's that?
Yo. What?
Do we have a video on contracts and sizing on YouTube? I don't think so. Do you have any questions? I could probably help you out though, draw some things up. I got a couple minutes here. I'll probably hang out for like 15 more minutes and then I got some things to do. I mean, I like if the church is going out and feeding people and working towards healing people and uses it for teaching and, helping. I mean, that's good too. That's good too. Just don't give to get rich. Right? And also don't be like, if I don't give, I'm going to be punished. I mean, come on. Right? So those are two ways I would not approach giving. Let me give to get rich, or let me give so I don't go to hell, or some crazy wild thing that they told you, right? Let me give so I'm not punished, right? So those are not the right ways to look at it, which unfortunately a lot of people do filter it, through that type of way. So yeah. It is crazy, yeah, I know. All right, C Melly. C Melly, no questions today? No questions? C-Melly had some good,
he spent all his
questions
questions last day.
Yeah, he did.
No.
Now it's time for the gym though.
C Melly had some great questions yesterday.
Yeah.
If you want to be a multi-millionaire. Oh man.
$10,000 right now.
You need to give. You won't. No, we're not even gonna go there. There you go, to the poor. There you go. Man, what did Jesus do every time he went to church? Someone tell me. Just read your books. Do you need a broker when you're using a funded account? You do not need a broker. They'll cover all that for you. Yeah. Yep. Oh, you're welcome, brother. You're welcome. That's right. Gotta go? All right, my friend. Don't be an adult too long today. Don't take that adulting thing too serious, Lucas. Promise me that, man. Promise me. Take it from Mr. V. He says, never grow up. Never grow up. accept the responsibilities of a grown man and woman, but don't ever grow up. We got Kingman. We got a little B-Day for Kingman on Friday.
Let's go.
Ooh.
He's pushing. He's
Start
pushing.
dancing again.
Oh, he's gonna have his birthday dance going. Yep. I got we got him like a whole like tea time too, like a birthday party theme where it's gonna be all like golf and stuff. So it should be pretty good. Yeah, Kingman, the big two. The big two. He's a big brother now too, so. Friday. Do you have any standard beginner guidance on sizing, on setting up the first funded 50K account? Really appreciate what you guys do. Yeah, I would say as a beginner, like really go low in your size. I mean, this is something I've been recommending a few people, and believe it or not, a few like advanced traders as well that are just struggling a little bit right now with the idea of like just holding trades or getting hit at break even too quick. So one thing I would recommend is, again, we need logic, right? We need logic in this game. Most people come into the game with emotion. So write that word down. You need logic, right? So when you get into a trade as a very new beginner, why not just risk $1 to make $1? Like literally, just for the first 2 or 3 weeks. Will your ego allow you to do that? Right? Because if you're risking $1 to make $1, then guess what? Guess who does not give a crap about the outcome of that trade? You. Right? So guess who can now focus on the performance of that trade? You can. Right? Because most people get into a trade and they immediately look at the P&L floating. Who does it? I've done it. I still do it sometimes, right? All you're looking at is the P&L, so you can't focus on the actual trade itself, right? Because if you're risking 1,000 to make 1,000, you're a little bit more, uptight than if you're risking $1 to make $1, right? So what's the only difference? What's the outside of the obvious, which is the amount of money? What's the big difference? Anybody know? What will be different in this trade versus the trade where you have 1,000 on the line? What do we got? Detach. Okay, yep, that's right around there. Detach. You could detach a little bit. You have zero emotions, right? So there you go. No emotions. Somebody said it. So when you're in for $1, you don't care, right? You don't even care about if this trade wins or if it loses. So you can fully be in that trade for what it is. You can truly plan the trade and then trade the plan. But if you got $1,000 on the line, right, all of a sudden you get in and you go in profit and you're like $300 in profit, and normally it takes you a whole week to make $300 at your job, and you're like, I don't want that $300 to go back into drawdown. Again, what are you focused on? Are you focused on the trade or the emotions that are attached with money? You're so focused on the P&L. You're so focused. Your emotions are so uptight on that money, right? So what do? You go break even, because man, if you would be devastated if you went up a week's paycheck and then back into a loss, right? So you don't. What's going on here? You don't want to lose. You don't want to lose. So if you don't want to lose, you're always going to get into trades with fear, and you're always going to be very anxious in those trades. Right? But when you have $1 on the line, now what? Now you're like, I'm not going break even. I'm only 4 pips in profit. I mean, this trade has, a good like 25 pips to go. I'll just let it run, right? So if you can do that, and that's why a lot of people succeed on demo accounts, but then when they get onto a funded or a real account, they don't do well. It's not that they don't understand the price action or the technicals. It's that their emotions now come into play. So we did this with energy. We did this with a few people, right? And the results were drastic. I said, hey, let's just go down. Let's go down to risking $5, $10 per trade for the next 2 weeks, right? And let's just get back. Let's get you comfortable in these trades and watching them play out, and not going into a trade with any sort of fear or any sort of emotions attached to money. So what do you know? 3 weeks later, these traders are starting to get payouts, pass their challenge accounts, size back up, right? Because once you're comfortable now, basically, how do you get comfortable doing something? You do it over and over and over again, right? Repetition. Remember the first day at your job? Who remembers? I bet you were not comfortable that day. But what about now? What about now? Now you can watch the stream at your job. You don't even care. You're like, I don't care what Bill says, but right? So you did it over and over and over again until it became comfortable. So imagine if you did this at $1 for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Will your ego let you do it? Will it let you do it, right? If you did that for 2 or 3 weeks, you would now have the ability to watch multiple setups, play in your favor or against your favor multiple times for multiple weeks. And within that period of time, you have now, in a way, built your repetition and have gotten comfortable letting your trades play out. So now what do? You come back over here, right? And now you begin to size up. So now you start to go back to your normal risk, right? You start to ease into it. Maybe you risk $250 now, $250 versus $1. And what do you know? You're letting those trades play out. You're letting them hit your partials. You're moving stops to break even when you're supposed to move stops to break even, not when you're, emotional about going back into drawdown, right? And then what do you know? You pop up, and next thing you know, you're risking 500 a trade. Next thing you know, you're risking 1,000 for trade, right? And that little 2-3 week period just bursted the whole wall that's been holding you back for the last 4 years. Just took it and just exploded right through it, and that's what you call breakthrough, right? So this is when you get things go on in your life like breakthrough. All of a sudden, trading, now you know what you're doing in trading, and now you can size up accordingly because you know you're not doing anything different. You're just increasing your size and increasing your size, and let that size increase with your comfortability. And next thing you know, you're sitting here taking trades, risking $1,000 and not quaking, not sweating, not doing anything besides allowing probability to work out in your favor. Yeah. Can't focus too much on the P&L. Good question. Good question. Let's see here. Yeah, sometimes keep in mind you got to slow down to speed back up, right? Slow down to speed up. Do it right the first time. That way you don't have to keep going back and back and back. How do you personally balance like being detached from the outcome of a trade, outcome trade by trade, but still aware of when things are going wrong? Yeah, so again, the data will inform me, right? The data will tell me what's going on. I just go straight back to the data, right? So I always think like this trade does not define the playbook, right? This trade is just one trade inside of the playbook. So it's very, very hard to get too caught up on one trade when you know you've seen it play out over and over. You've learned about it over and over that success in trading comes from a series of trades, not just 1 or 2 or 3. So you just really have to keep it in mind. Like you said, it truly is probability, but you have to run through the probability for quite some time to get familiar and comfortable with it. So that way when you do hit a 2 or 3 loss like streak or something, you know, hey, I've been here before, right? The playbook, as long as I don't get in the way, the playbook will take care of it. So let me just keep executing, knowing that 1 trade, 2 trades cannot make or break me, but 200 trade, like the series of trades is what's gonna either push me above or below where I'm looking to be. So yeah, it really is all about probability. But again, you don't have probability if you've never actually been consistent to see how probability works, which again, 85 to 90% of traders have not given probability a chance. They just truly haven't. So yeah, and look, I mean, before I place a trade, you know, I'm expecting to win. I'm expecting to at least have a 70% chance of winning. I'll expect drawdown. I'll expect lose, expect some things to happen, right? I mean, that's part of probabilities as well, like drawdowns and losing streaks and all that type of stuff. So, you know, just be ready for what the fight, just be ready for the fight. Be ready for what the fight has to offer and where it can go. And as long as you're focused on winning the long term and you've done your training and you've got your probabilities in play, then you will come out on top long term. Yeah. And again, what are you asking yourself on a daily basis, right? Are you asking yourself, did I make money today? of course, we all go to that question first, right? Like, okay, let's determine whether or not this was a good day. Did I make money? That's not the right answer, the right question. The right questions are, did I follow my rules today? Did I take the best A+ setup? Did I size in accordingly? And did I plan the trade and trade the actual plan, right? If that process is clean, the outcome for me is irrelevant every day. I do not care if I end the day green or red. I'm more so focused on following the rules, right? And then reviewing the P&L every like weekly or monthly, and making sure that everything's on pace. Yeah. Yep. Give yourself time. Remember, time exposes everything. So as you trade over time, you collect that data. That data gives you everything you need.
Same.
What a stream today. What a stream.
It is a webinar of itself, bro.
Little Webby.
Whoa.
Little Webby. I wanted to hit a good trade early, so we did that. So I want to spend the rest of the time just, chatting here a little bit. Every day is becoming a webinar. It really, thanks to you guys though, because the better questions you ask, the better answers you get out of me, right? So you wind me up and let me go, but that winding up doesn't happen without like asking good questions. Good questions get good answers.
Yeah, and I always said this too in London, because if someone like, sorry if I asked this question here, it's not, it's fine you say it, but I mean, like the person who asks a question is like a fool for 5 minutes, but the one who never asks a question will be a fool forever. It's like a Chinese proverb, and it's so true, because like you only get to know something if you ask more good questions.
Yeah, exactly. There's a really good book. It's called Great Leaders Ask Good Questions, or something like that. It's by John Maxwell. Really, really good book. Let me see here. I know you said you're adding so what let's take a few more questions and then we'll bounce out of here. I know you're adding is subtracting. It's about time to start multiplying. Yes, sir. Amen. For you to start multiplying, is that you taking the same trades, base hits, just upping your lot size, or are you cooking something up to maybe hold longer? I love the base hits, no lie. Yeah, no, nothing changes in terms of like my approach to the market. Mainly for me, it's going to be, okay, let's take this example, right? So, and I'm mainly talking about like my live account that I'm going to be starting to trade in February. But if you're playing at a 250 level, right, you'll keep playing at that level. Again, the trades don't change. Your risk, you play with whatever amount that you place the bet with, right? So if you're playing at the 250 level, the only way to start playing at the 500 level is to play at it, right? And if you want to start to move from the 500 to 1,000, the only way is to start playing there, right? So that means you've got to be open to taking wins at 1,000 and losses at 1,000. But at least you're now playing at that higher level. So for me, I'm probably going to start like my live account and start trading it in February with like $40,000-$50,000 in that account. So for me, I am going to start pumping things up to where I'm risking like $4,000 to $5,000 per trade to win $4,000 or $5,000 per trade. Because if I want to play at that level, then I've just got to go there, right? I've just got to trust that I can play at that level. Again, nothing changes in terms of my trading, my setups, my exits, my entries. None of that changes. I just begin to play. Instead of at the 1,000 level, I start playing the game at the $4,000 level, the $5,000 level, and then I just start playing there, right? And playing the game there and receiving or losing that amount of money. So again, the only way to level up is to level up, right? So you just got to start, right? Wherever you want to go, you got to start moving in that direction. So that's pretty much what I'm talking about, more so than like changing a strategy or anything like that. Definitely no strategy changing. Definitely no strategy changing. Mr. V. What the heck? Did I send him the link? Okay, let's see. Anything else? I think we're good to go here.
Sir.
What are some things you would do to snap back into the person you need to be after going into some bad habits, losing some hope, negative stuff? Yep. Always back to the basics, brother. So I would fix my self-talk very quickly. So I would write down, or at least go back into where I had it written down, the self-talk that was working for me, right? And that's basically guiding your life with your words. I would get back into the journaling. You know, what makes you the best you? For me, it's waking up, it's doing breath work, it's getting into prayer, it's studying scripture, it's meditating, writing my goals down, right? Those are what makes me the best me. So you just got to go back to what creates the best version of yourself and take it one day at a time, right? Just as easy as it was to get off track, it could be just as easy to get back on track. The thing is, to stay on track, you just got to do it consistently, right? Anyone ever go to the gym consistently and then like all of a sudden you stop? You went on vacation or some family came in and you didn't go to the gym for like a week, and then all of a sudden the very next week it was extremely difficult to get back, and then you waited another week, and then another week, and then another week, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, you don't even think about going to the gym. But then what happens? What happens if a friend talks to you and invites you and says, hey, why don't we work out together and we can go at 5 in the morning and blah, 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 right? And all of a sudden you get back in the gym. And it may take a week or 2 or 3 to kind of really get the motion back in play. But then all of a sudden you sit there and you're like, wow, I can't believe I got off track. I can't believe it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I just got done with my workout. I can't believe I would have been sleeping still. Man, I'm happy I got back into the groove. So it's just about getting back into what serves you and serves your future best and makes you the best version of you. Little things too, little things. It doesn't have to be a big thing. And in most cases, they're not big things. They're all little, like Rafi talked about, inches, right? The little inches that make up the bigger game. Yes, very important to stick to that. Going back to that level and up, very important to stick to that level. Yup. So you can't go from 250 to 500 and then your first trade you lose. It's 500. You're like, oh my God, I'm so sad. I'm going back to 250. No, you got to stay there now. You know, you got to stay planted right there. Exactly. Yep, exactly, George. Maximum number of pips I would risk. Yeah, you know, once it gets like 60, 70, 80, you know, it starts to get a little too much for me. At that point, I say, you know what, there's probably going to be a better trade at some point down the road. I think I'm going to be trading my live account with futures. Maybe I'll set up a little forex account too, just so I can, I don't know, work my crypto a little bit. All right, I think we're good to go, gang. Anything else? Good session here today. Great trade. We got I think we got 60 pips on that move too. So lovely trade here earlier. It was I think it was like 60 pips, something like that. So good trade earlier.
Yeah, good one.
It was good to get that done early. Nice hat trick today for the clubhouse. So we took a win in Asian, took a win in London, took a win in New York session here. So congratulations to all who participated. If you guys are not in the clubhouse yet and you want to link with us and get with us more often when we trade London and Asian and all that, and if you want to jump in on our webinars and all that stuff, join the clubhouse today. Go to the TT website, join the familia, and if not, we'll see you guys back tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow Friday? Thursday. Yeah, we'll see you guys back for Thursday. Yeah. So Clubhouse, we'll see y'all in the Asian session. Great job today, everyone. And squad on YouTube, chat. Love you guys. We'll see you guys back in New York tomorrow.
Sir, thank you for having us here.
Rafi, Magnus, Johnny Jens went to sleep. Yeah, man's been up for 40 hours. He better not use that as an excuse on the golf course today. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he's sleeping right now.
Charging
batteries.
Yeah, you gotta get a quick nap.
You gotta get that nap in. All right, y'all. Blessings, my friends. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I've enjoyed my time here today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace, G's. Only bands. Big W, brother. Let's get it. Hit me up, my man. Hit me up. Later, Gators. Blessings.
He flow through me, he just pouring rain. Lay my chains in that water, hit that blue grave. Heard your voice in Memphis, how my oldest got his name. Hey, Father, take me back. Psalms 1 in the morning, meditating fast. Hey, you don't know what you driving, but got something fast. See my brother's life change when that whip crash. I got whiplash, where the spirit got my head turning. Time to pit trash, if I wanna serve, I'll Jesus serve him. It's a flash, when he coming back, what's your purpose? It's a mismatch, turn the earth flat, Kyrie Irving. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on
and you making it last. Better with you, I was living on glass. No going back, I never thought I'd make it without. I told the same watch out. Like, what is we talking about? Chilling with God and he working it out. Do it for you, I can't do it for clout. The message stressing me out. Like, what? I know we lit, we up. Following God, I'm making it out. Rain on me. Rain on me.
Help me grow, I couldn't do this on my own.
You came into my life.
Rain on me. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me. Clean my spirit, feed my soul. Rain on me. Rain on me, Lord, help me grow. Rain on me. Clean my spirit, feed my soul.
Yeah. Remix. Remix. We back at it. Phew. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go. Come on. God made rivers, God made lakes. God made me, so you gotta pay my rate. God got holy Bible pockets on me, thank God we straight. Even though I might pull up late, I ain't never too late. I'm saying my grace like God is great. Decorate this ice like birthday cake, just tap to the food, I'll make my plate. I don't mean to be rude, you fake your face. Pull up in the church in a rave. You know I'm going on like Marvin Gaye. I keep on K, just pardon me. You new to the game like Shawshank. I gotta let go like love, forgive me. You know we in the house. We gotta go up like chimney. It's not just on me, it's in me. Devil, you can pull up in the hood if you want to. South Park, who killed Kenny? Father, Son, Holy Ghost. You don't want smoke with any. With any. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, 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 let's go, let's go.
I need bass, attention on me, call me bae. Money base, it took my soul, you buy me bae. Greed and sway, lowly humble, which one lasts? The demon stepping, blew them thing back like Christmas past. Let go, let grace, let go, live life. Can't help myself, you took them stripes, you took my strength. How I can't forget them folks, but try to leave my way. I mean it, Memphis Rocky, hear your father, turn your cheek, don't fight. I'm rapping my tail off, I'm shipping the mail off. I'm getting my prayers off, taking my hands off. I wake in the morning and get out the box like Kellogg's. So much from day to day, feel like a featherweight, gave it to God to take care of. Hey, few, I let go, let God, let me go catch my red eye.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let go, 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 let's go, let's go. I am KB, that there 1K, tell them twin identical. Pride on minimal life behind these thoughts, my album criminal. I can't do subliminals, what you think is not this critical. Watch out, it'll go. Christ gon' trump your candidate.